Hey there, I'm Maz, and welcome to Maz Show. This is your space to explore big ideas through books, society, knowledge, and history, all with one goal to build a better world and a brighter future. If you are curious, reflective, and ready to grow, you're in the right place. So tap follow, hit subscribe, and let's get thinking.
You know that voice in your head that narrates your life? Well, it's not just describing your reality, it's actively creating it. Today, we're diving into the mind-bending science of how the words we use literally shape the choices we make and the world we see. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how language secretly controls your decisions and what you can do about it.
And it's way more powerful than most people realize. Recent neuroscience research has shown that words don't just influence our thoughts, they actually change how our brains process information before it even reaches our conscious awareness.
Wait, so you're saying words literally filter our reality before we even experience it?
Exactly. According to studies at Harvard Medical School, even a single word has the power to influence the expression of genes that regulate physical and emotional stress. The words we use aren't just labels, they're actively shaping our biology.
That's wild. So how does this play out in real life?
Well, let's look at a fascinating experiment called the Asian disease problem. Researchers presented people with the exact same medical scenario, just worded differently.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What happened?
So in this scenario, there's a disease outbreak that's going to affect 600 people. When the treatment options were framed in terms of lives saved, most people chose the safe option that would definitely save 200 people.
That seems reasonable.
But here's where it gets interesting. When the exact same options were framed in terms of deaths instead of lives saved, people suddenly became risk takers, preferring the gamble that might save everyone but could also save no one.
Hold up, so just changing the words from lives saved to deaths completely flipped how people approached risk?
Exactly. And this isn't just about hypothetical scenarios. This framing effect influences real-world decisions about everything from medical treatments to financial investments.
You know what's fascinating about this? It suggests our choices aren't as rational as we think they are.
Right, and here's something even more interesting. When people make these decisions in a foreign language instead of their native tongue, the framing effect often disappears.
Wait, what? Why would using a different language change the decision?
Well, research from Cambridge University suggests it's because foreign languages create emotional distance. We process them more rationally and less emotionally.
That's incredible. So our native language actually makes us more emotional and potentially less rational?
Exactly. And it goes even deeper. Different languages can actually make us perceive reality differently.
How so?
Well, take color perception. Russian speakers, for instance, have two distinct words for different shades of blue. Goluboy for light blue and sini for dark blue.
Okay, but they're still seeing the same colors, right?
Actually, research shows they literally perceive the boundary between light and dark blue more distinctly than English speakers because their language makes that distinction.
So our words aren't just describing colors, they're shaping how we actually see them?
Precisely. And this extends to how we perceive events, too. English speakers tend to focus on the manner of motion, like skip, walk, run, while Greek speakers focus more on the path, approach, ascend, pass.
That's fascinating. It's like different languages give us different lenses to view the world through.
And these lenses affect more than just perception, they influence behavior, too. Studies show that positive and negative words actually trigger different hormonal responses in our bodies.
Really? How does that work?
Research has found that negative words increase stress and anxiety-inducing hormones. Even just thinking negative words can trigger these physiological changes.
So the phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, isn't actually true?
Not at all. In fact, neuroscience shows that painful words can trigger the same brain regions as physical pain.
That's pretty sobering. But I imagine there must be a flip side. Can positive words have beneficial effects?
Absolutely. Positive words can stimulate frontal lobe activity and actually change our perception of ourselves and others over time.
So our internal dialogue really matters then?
Hugely. And it's not just about positive versus negative, it's about how information is framed. Take marketing examples. People are more likely to buy a product that's 90% fat-free than one that contains 10% fat.
Even though that's literally the same thing.
Exactly. And this happens in medicine too. Patients make different treatment choices depending on whether survival rates or mortality rates are emphasized.
That's actually kind of scary, that such important decisions can be swayed by simple word choices.
It is. But understanding this effect gives us power too. We can learn to recognize when framing is being used to influence us.
So what should people watch out for?
Look for how information is being presented. Is it emphasizing gains or losses? Is it focusing on success rates or failure rates? These subtle differences can dramatically influence your choices.
And I imagine this is especially important for big decisions?
Absolutely. For important choices, try to look at the information from multiple angles, or even try thinking about it in a different language if you speak one.
That's such a cool hack, using a foreign language to be more rational.
And it works because it creates emotional distance. When we're less emotionally involved, we tend to make more logical decisions.
You know what's wild about all this? It suggests that changing our words could literally change our reality.
That's exactly right. And research supports this. When we change our linguistic patterns, we can actually alter our perception and behavior.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? How can they use this knowledge?
First, be aware that words aren't neutral. They're actively shaping how you think and feel. Pay attention to how information is being framed, especially for important decisions.
And maybe try reframing things ourselves?
Exactly. If you're facing a tough choice, try describing it in different ways. You might be surprised how it changes your perspective.
This reminds me of something interesting. You mentioned earlier about how words affect stress hormones. Could changing our self-talk actually make us less stressed?
Yes. Research shows that consciously using more positive language can actually reduce stress hormone levels and improve emotional regulation.
That's powerful stuff. It's like we have this tool for changing our reality right in our heads.
And most people don't even realize they have it. That's why understanding these effects is so important.
So as we wrap up, what's the one thing you really want people to remember from this conversation?
Words aren't just describing your reality, they're creating it. Every time you speak or think, you're literally shaping your world and your choices.
That's both empowering and a little scary.
It is. But knowledge is power. Once you understand how words shape reality, you can start using them more intentionally.
And maybe catch when others are using them to shape your choices too.
Exactly. It's about becoming more conscious of the power of language, both in how it affects us and how we use it.
Well, this has been absolutely fascinating. I know I'll be paying a lot more attention to how things are framed from now on.
That's the goal. Once you start noticing these patterns, you can't unsee them.
Like that blue thing with Russian speakers, I'm going to be thinking about that every time I see different shades of blue now.
It really shows how deeply language is woven into our experience of reality.
Remember, folks, your reality isn't just described by words, it's shaped by them. Choose them wisely.
And maybe try making your next big decision in a foreign language.
Now that's what I call a life hack. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Mad show, let's go, open up your mind and grow. Facts and stories, things you never know. Every episode, we light the glow. Step into the world of Mad Show. Turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Feel the beat, take control. Don't be shy, just let it go. This is where the magic grows. Tune in now, it's the Mad Show. Lights up bright and minds will glow. Every day we learn and grow. Come along and join the flow. New ideas begin to shine. Breaking limits, crossing lines. Every moment feels divine. In the world of Mad Show time. Turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Feel the beat, take control. Don't be shy, just let it go. This is where the magic grows. Tune in now, it's the Mad Show. Lights up bright and minds will glow. Every day we learn and grow. Come along and join the flow.